Michael, and out of everything that I'm about to react to, I've never seen a title like this that says this psychopath, or not psychopath, whatever is called, shoots up at Walmart. Never in my life have I taken a grocery shopping that seriously, especially using a gun to, solve all my problems. And this is by Ray William Johnson. And to be honest with you, this title got me interested, so I had to do a reaction to it. Anyways, this is Joseph the Plug. Welcome to the channel. We'll be reacting to crazy things such as this, and like, comment, subscribe down below. Also, help my channel grow to 1,000 followers. So please tell your friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your cousin, your stepmom, your stepdad, whoever you can about this channel, because I will be making more, like this channel. But anyways, let's get into the video. And warning, you will see ads, so nothing I can do about that. The only thing I can do is skip. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, let's get into the video. Very interested.
So this guy's gonna try and start a revolution by shooting up a Walmart. Now the guy's name is Jared, and Jared is 30 years old when this story starts, living in Indiana, and this dude, he's pretty much a turd. He's been in and out of jail a bunch of times for guns and assault and all kinds of stuff. Here's a mugshot if you want to see. But here's the thing about Jared. He really hates the police. And one day in 2013, he decides to let the world know exactly how he feels. So he makes a YouTube video about his local police department where he complains about how horrible they treated him during his most recent arrest.
While another one illegally detained my wife there in the living room, would not let her leave the house.
Now, Jared apparently likes to post...
Wait, so is she under, house arrest? Did both of y'all do something, or it was just you? Because I'm not an expert at, like, situations between cops and a citizen and, somebody who did the crime besides the victim and the suspect and so on, therefore. So I'm assuming that the wife did something, or were you doing something to the wife? I mean, he doesn't say it in the video, but, crazy people nowadays do anything.
Things on Facebook, bashing the police, making himself sound like some kind of freedom fighter, but in reality, he's just a guy who can't stay out of jail. And he and his wife, this woman, Amanda, Jared and Amanda, they're actually white supremacists, which just by looking at these two.
So I forgot what white supremacy is. Is it being racist? I forgot what white supremacy is. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. So is it being racist or just staying with your own gender? I mean, not gender. Hold on. Staying with your own race. White with white, black with black, Asian with Asian, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I forgot what white supremacy is. So I'm gonna put this, on the video, the definition of white supremacy. Anyways, back to the video.
I can tell you they aren't supreme anything. Taco Supreme. Anyway, with all of Jared's arrests in Indiana and the fact that their landlord is evicting them, in 2014, Jared and Amanda decide to move from Indiana all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada. And there, I guess to make some money, on the Vegas Strip, Jared dresses up as Batman and Amanda dresses up as Harley Quinn, and they take pictures with tourists. Sometimes Jared dresses up like the Joker, I guess. And here's another picture of him. And sometimes he'll even upload YouTube videos of himself doing anti-government rants dressed as the Joker.
Year after year, I've watched you Americans, my fellow citizens, vote for tyranny.
But then, that same year, Jared finally gets his shot to stand up to the government that he hates so much.
Okay, a movement. Makes sense. Like almost nobody likes the government because they keep doing random things. But, I'm not going to speak on it because I don't want to get, targeted. So I'm going to continue the video.
Because in Southeast Nevada, there's a small group of people.
Hey, you!
Me?
Yeah, you! Don't you want to play?
Some might even call them a militia. But they happen to be in a standoff with the US government over this local rancher allowing his cows to graze on government land. And you can look up the case if you want, but at one point, the government sues this rancher and he loses, and this feud escalates into a standoff, and other state militias show up to help him, and it eventually becomes an armed standoff over this rancher's cows grazing on government land that he doesn't own. Well, anyway, Jared finds out about this armed standoff against the government, and he's like, woohoo, now's my chance. And he sells everything he can, and he takes Amanda out to this ranch in southeastern Nevada to join this movement. So now, finally, Jared has found his people. People who love guns and paranoia and just general anti-government outrage.
Okay, I got nothing wrong with somebody like holding a gun. I got no problem with that. But the difference between, number one, putting people at risk is way different than protecting yourself, your family with a gun. Like, for instance, people who have gun just to have gun and have no purpose for having a gun other than using it for target practice or, other things. It's way different. It's way better said in my head than out loud. But in my, not experience, but in my brain, it's telling me that I feel way safer with one of my friends having a gun because they know how to use it. I know one of my friends who have like 2 to 3 guns and he knows how to use it. So I feel way more safer with him than with, those people. But other than that, I have no problem with anybody using a gun. It's just that don't do stupid things with the gun. The government gave you the Second Amendment, which was to bear arms. Just don't be stupid using guns. And history itself has proven, goodness gracious, history has proven that multiple and multiple times. So if you have a gun, please use it carefully and do not hurt anyone who's not involved. Please. And thank you.
But then I guess he's there with Amanda and all these militia people, and he starts spouting off his beliefs to all of them, which I assume would include a lot of his white power nonsense. And this apparently starts freaking out the other militia members. Those militia members are like, yo, this guy is nuts. And so literally this group of anti-government gravy seals thinks Jared and Amanda are just too extreme for them. And after only a few days there, they kick them out of the movement. And from there, I guess they move all the way back to Las Vegas.
Yeah, which was stupid because you got to think about it. He's white supremacy or white power or whatever he, believe in himself. I just feel like it's stupid because he did research about like the protests and the thing, but he didn't do any, excessive research on this. So I'm not sure on what to say other than that, but I would kick them out of my camp too. I'm not going to hold you.
And of course, Jared is all pissed off about this. I mean, this was his chance to face off against the government. In fact, he gets so mad that later he's leaving comments on YouTube videos about the incident, trying to explain his side. I was out there, but they told me and my wife to leave because I'm a felon. They don't seem to understand that they're all felons now for intimidating law enforcement with deadly weapons. Anyway, Jared is not gonna give up quite yet. He still hates the police, he still hates those in power, and so he starts kicking around ideas to cause chaos. And he's coming up with a bunch of crazy plans, like taking over the courthouse, taking out a public official, or doing some sort of grand shootout that starts a revolution. But, for now, these are all just ideas. He's not really gonna do them. Until one day he actually decides to put one of these ideas into motion. He plans to start a shootout with some police officers because he apparently...
Okay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you hate the police so much that, for instance, you want to create a movement, you want to create a community that dislikes the police. And to my police out there, I don't dislike you. Most of the time you can handle situations better, but, I'm not in that situation, so I personally don't know what you're going through and the emotions of, even for SWATs and military, I don't know the emotion between, from a situation between life and death and just watching it on the big screen. So for any of my people who out there, upholding the law as a police officer, SWAT, military, any person that protects people, and me and anybody else. I don't know what you're going through when you're like doing that, but put that aside. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Somebody like, I forgot his name. Is it Jacob? Not Jacob, but Jub. I'm gonna call him Jub. But Jub, bro, you're doing this as a stupid person right now, because you got to think about it. If you don't like the police, why in the world are you going to start a shootout with the police just to gain motion? At this point, other people are going to think you're the bad guy. In my opinion, if I don't like the cop, number one, I don't have to, go out and do a shooting, because that sounds stupid to me. Just why?
Believes that this is somehow going to start some kind of revolution. I'm not sure if he thinks other citizens are suddenly going to join in and take their side. I don't know. I'm not really following his logic here. Regardless, he and Amanda start getting together all the stuff they're going to need for this, like food and water and guns and armor-piercing bullets and like adult diapers.
I'm confused. Is this a campout or a shootout? Are we using the toilet, or are we camping out in the wilderness just to shoot a cop? Like, what is the motive here? Like, you need food. We need. I thought you were gonna. In my head, I'm thinking he's going to not the police headquarters, because that will be stupid within itself. Unless you got like backup with 100 people at your disposal. But other than that, I feel like he's doing a camp out, like he's camping out or something like that. I don't know. Let's continue and see, where this leads to.
So that they don't have to use the actual bathroom during this shootout. And the day before it's about to go down, Jared posts one last cryptic status update on his Facebook page. The
This game, you're not ready.
dawn of a new day. May all of our coming sacrifices be worth it. The next morning, they get up around 4:30 a.m. and they put on their tactical vests and their adult diapers. And they fill these big duffel bags with all their guns and ammo and shit. Then they leave and they wander around Las Vegas on foot, and I guess they're looking for random police officers to shoot. Several hours later...
Wait, hold on, wait, what? So let's just say we're walking downtown, a bunch of guns in my, duffel bag, and I'm wearing a, tactical, bulletproof vest with tactical, military pants and boots, walking down, downtown. Now, it doesn't look suspicious because, number one, I'm not shooting anybody yet, and plus thing, I don't know if this is true or not, but in the state of Georgia, I believe you can carry a gun unsealed unless you have a permit for the gun. I'm not sure because they kind of changed the gun law around here. But besides that, I just feel like that was they're just basically looking for trouble. That's what I'm that's what's in my head right now. They're looking for trouble, and I don't think anything is going to save them, for that.
Jared finally sees a couple of officers eating lunch at this pizza place, Cece's Pizza. And so, to scope this place out, Jared walks in for a second, and he can see two officers sitting there at a table. They're on their lunch break eating. A few minutes later, he and Amanda walk back in, and Jared walks up to the officers, he pulls out a pistol, and suddenly, blam, he shoots one of them. Then the other officer tries to...
Okay. If you hate the police, well, anybody who hates something so much to the point where they want to do something about it, well, it. I don't know what to say about that, but it happens. But other than that, if you're trying to create a movement for other people to follow, number one, why would I kill a cop? That just makes me look like the bad guy. If this was his whole point, to create a community that hates the police officers as much as he hates the police, then all he had to do was probably search the internet for a couple of, police brutality, and then we could call that a day, and, start a movement. Like how, what's that movement called? I forgot. Birds Are Not Real. If y'all know Birds Are Not Real, it just started off their, assumptions, and it became a big movement. So,
draw his weapon, but blam, Jared shoots him too. Then they both open fire on the officers until they're both unalive. Then Jared drapes a Yahtzee flag and a Don't Tread on Me flag over one of the officers. And on the other officer, they leave a note. The beginning of the revolution. After that, Jared and Amanda walk across the street to Walmart. And you can see here there's surveillance footage.
Oh, that's the real life footage. Huh. That's very crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. The amount of stuff that you can get away, like, oh no. Would I get in trouble for, no, never mind. That's not a question. That's not a question because I automatically know the answer. That was a stupid question. Continue. I'm continuing this video.
Of them walking, and you can see they got their bags and weapons and diapers. And so they walk inside the store, and Jared suddenly yells, "Get out! This is a revolution! Police are on their way!" And blam, he fires a warning shot into the ceiling. And so, of course, the customers, they start freaking out, and they're all trying to run away or hide. And I think Jared and Amanda's goal here is to cause a scene so that they can lure a bunch of police officers to the Walmart so that they can then have a shootout with them. And I don't know how that's going to start a revolution. I don't know. These guys are weird. Now, there's one customer in the store who has a concealed pistol on him, and he's going to try to take these two out. And so he pulls out his pistol, and he goes after Jared. But he thinks Jared is alone. He doesn't notice that Amanda is with him. And so he rushes past her with his pistol aimed at Jared. And suddenly, blam, Amanda shoots the guy. And this, unfortunately, unalives him.
Okay, number one, if I was him, the first thing of my priority is to kind of scope the area, because if you ever watch like a military CQB, if I'm correct, they always, well, no, it's the same thing, but this is an open area. So in Walmart, the first thing that I'm like, if I have a gun, pistol, and I can stop them at any time, number one, I have to put this in my head that he's not alone. Like, for most people, he would be alone, but in my eyes, and since I'm just me, I have no, like, you know how SWAT have those people who like surveillance, like, have you ever watched the a SWAT, like the season SWAT or whatever, the series? You would see the guys behind looking at the the TV screens, and showing you the amount of hostage, these people got guns. You're just by yourself. So at this point, in my opinion, if I was trained, my best bet would to be, or to think that he's not alone, and I gotta play this smart. I can't just rush in, which is clearly what Buddy Boy did, trying to be a hero. But unfortunately, he, as he said, unalived. So it's just people doing dumb things in this, timeline. I really hope that it could come to an end. But it is what it is. Let's get back into this video.
Meanwhile, police, they're already at the location of the first shooting, Cece's Pizza, and they get alerted about this new incident at Walmart, and so now they have to go there. And one officer arrives and he enters the store, and he sees Amanda, and blam, blam, they start shooting at each other. And then Jared joins in, and then blam, Amanda gets shot in the back near her shoulder, and she's hurt. But the revolution, I guess, must continue. So she lies down on the floor between the aisles, while Jared is still shooting. And more officers have arrived, and at one point, Jared sees one of them, and blam, he fires. And blam, the officer shoots back, and they hit Jared in the chest, and he falls to the ground. And so at this point, they've been in this shootout for 24 minutes.
What? 24 minutes? I thought it's been like an hour. Cause Ray's did say that they carried duffel bags of weapons. So I was thinking like AKs, M4s, M16s. Like I was just thinking of those. And they did the back and forth for 24 minutes. I thought it was an hour. Y'all got to put it in perspective. If I carry a bunch of artillery, right? I have two people with me. Let's just say, for the sake of this video, and since he just brought his girl, I got me and my boy, right? Me and my boy, we both have heavy artillery, and we're shooting down. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to hold this for an hour, like, because you got to think about it, like the speed and all of that. Like, you don't want to get shot, but yet we're in an open environment like Walmart where there's countertops and stuff like that. And you can really use anything as a weapon in Walmart. But this got me thinking that it's been, like, the shootout has been for like an hour straight. So, you know,
And Jared, he actually dies from being shot in the chest. And Amanda, she must know that there's no way out of this. And so she starts shooting at Jared to make sure that he's dead. And then she unalives herself.
so, so, so you're telling me that Okay, so you're telling me that Buddy Boy got shot, then his girl shoot him just to make sure he's dead. Then this is like Romeo and Juliet, but this is with like a twisted ending to it. This is the worst. I don't know because like there's different ways on handling situations where you don't like these specific group of people and you want to make a community about it. Like you don't have to, you know, take it to the cops and start shooting them, start killing them. I mean, like that doesn't make any sense in my opinion. It's very stupid. So it doesn't feel it doesn't sit well in my brain to see, you know, people just do the dumbest things for attention, just to start a revolution on something that's completely dumb, or they're just not thinking clearly. So it is what it is. That's crazy. This is one crazy not episode, but one crazy video this man got out. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, Joseph the Plug. I'll be doing more videos like this, crazy videos like this, and yeah, basically just anything crazy or worth my time to react. I'll be doing more and more of this, probably 3 times a week. I will try to. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a storytelling channel. It's called Joseph Unplugged. I just tell my stories and opinions on there about my personal life and etc. etc. But anyways, like I said for the 3rd time, thank you for watching. I see you in the next one. Love y'all guys. Stay safe out there.